Singh there in Bhopal. What you can see on your screens is the CBI team which is leaving the residence of Giribala Singh 7 hours after this particular visit, and the raids that were happening have now ended. You can now see her being taken by the CBI in that white car. We have Prakhar Jain joining us from Bhopal. Prakhar, क्या हो रहा है ground पे?
CBI team has just left after more than 7 hours of questioning from Giribala Singh. She has been taken by CBI team firstly to the AIIMS for medical examination. After this examination, she will now be taken to the CBI bureau office here in Bhopal, where Samar Singh already has been capped. See, this arrest is a very big turning point in this case. As in High Court also, the state government argued that Giribala Singh is a key person in this whole case. She is also key person in this case, as she has been she is a person who has been part of judicial system. She understands what the system is. Just quickly, I will throw you to some pictures live this time in the case. Giribala Singh in the white car. She is being taken to AIIMS Bhopal right now. Media personal cars are also following her. After this medical inspections, she will be capped in CBI office in Bhopal. Also, we have seen in visuals at the Giribala Singh's residence that a medical kit was also being taken inside the home just some moments before she was officially being arrested. So we can say she can play some delaying techniques. So she can also ask for some medical assistance. That's why this medical examination will be playing a crucial role in this probe from now on. This arrest has been made so that Samarth and Giribala Singh can be questioned sitting face to face, so that some clear picture could be drawn of the day of incidents, that is of 12th May. That what happened on 12th May, especially after 9:40 when Twisha's mother called her. The call was cut after that. In the High Court also, the family argued that on the call when Twisha was speaking to her mother, Samarth Singh was heard screaming loudly in the background. So this is a crucial thing which family has stated in High Court. These facts will be cross-verified by face-to-face sitting of both the accused, that is Samarth Singh, the husband.
These visuals now, Prakhar, coming in from the residence
of Twisha Singh.
These visuals coming in now from the residence of Giribala Singh. She's of course been arrested from there. From the morning itself, those raids were on. This was looking imminent ever since her bail was, that setback happened last night. Her anticipatory bail, of course, was cancelled last night. The order came out last night, which we were expecting from the day. It was reserved, of course, in the day yesterday that hearing had taken place in the Madhya Pradesh High Court. Now, of course, with this arrest being effected, what happens next, Prakhar? The team has left with her. Is she being taken for a medical? Will she then be produced before a magistrate? What happens next? Where is she being taken, Prakhar Jain, as we speak?
Right now she is being taken to AIIMS, as I earlier told, because some medical issues were also told by her to CBI team when official arrest was made. Additionally, this is a procedure. First, the CBI has to take her for a medical examination. After this medical examination, she will not be presented to court directly today, as our sources confirms. Also, this is around 6:15 court is already on leave today. Holiday bench was sitting, but this is 6:15 right now, so it is not likely that she will be taken to court today. It is likely, and our sources confirms, she will be directly taken to CBI bureau here in Bhopal just after medical examination in AIIMS. Right now she is being taken to AIIMS only. We are following the CBI convoy live. You can see live pictures of this entire convoy which is heading towards AIIMS Bhopal right now. This is around a 15-minute procedure in AIIMS of medical examination. Typically this much time is only taken. Yesterday evening also, when Samarth was taken into custody to CBI office, he was also taken to AIIMS for medical examination. Hardly it was a 10-minute procedure, but as we have seen visuals of medical kit being taken into Giribala's house while she was under questioning, official arrest was made. So we can say that some additional time it may take for Giribala's medical examination, but it is confirmed that today she will not be presented in the court, as it is not possible to present her in court today. So we can expect she would be presented in court tomorrow, and the custody will be asked by CBI tomorrow by afternoon, we can say. Also
and that's something Prakhar, that has been said, of course, in the hearing also, that they are seeking a custodial interrogation. They believe, since she's one of the main accused here, that her custodial interrogation is important. She is the mother-in-law of someone who's died. If she and her son are being accused of murder, then it is important that a custodial interrogation happens, which is why they were seeking it. And obviously that's something that the court also ceded to, because they did not grant her the anticipatory bail. They did not let that continue. They set it aside. Now, do we know how many days of custody they will be seeking, Prakhar, when she is produced before the court?
This is not yet confirmed that how much days of custody CBI will ask for, but we can speculate that around a week of custody may be asked by the CBI in the court, but we have to wait till tomorrow while she was presented in court. Also, this questioning is important. Why? Because of the fact that Giribala Singh continuously was giving some statements. She was producing some of the CCTV footages, which in court was also termed as something which she was doing in her defense by cut-shorting those videos, which may profit her image. This was also argued in High Court also. So the custody is important in that way also. Additionally in this investigation at the Giribala Singh's house, that is a matrimonial house of Twisha, not only the questioning has been done with Samarth and Giribala for around 10 hours in 2 days, but also 3D mapping procedure was also done by the CBI. So that is the places were videographed where the Twisha's last moments were spent, be it from the ground floor, which Samarth, according to his statement, claimed that at around 8:30 Twisha went on ground floor in the hall to talk to her mother. From there to the first floor, from where the CCTV footage has been showcasing that on the staircase Twisha was moving upside on the second floor, and the second floor, which is the most significant part of this crime scene. So everything has been videographed with 3D imaging technology. Each and every moment was recreated at this matrimonial home of Twisha Sharma. So entire entire scene was recreated, questioning was done, but now also fact verification is very much necessary.
Okay.
So according to this only, CBI may ask for a 7-day custody
Yes.
tomorrow.
And we also, of course, do have a relative of Twisha joining us, who I'm just going to go to in a second. But another question to you, Prakhar, and you are, of course, tracking Giribala Singh. You are in the car, of course, you are tracking her. We're going to be getting our viewers the latest updates when Giribala Singh reaches the AIIMS Bhopal, where a medical examination will be conducted. Our exclusive, of course, coverage continues. We're getting our viewers every single visual of the arrest of Giribala Singh and where she is headed to now after by the CBI. But Prakhar, has the line of questioning being prepared by the CBI? Do we know what questions she will be posed with once that custodial interrogation does take place? What is going to be the line of questioning of Giribala Singh now that she has been formally arrested?
Yes, so the line of questioning would be of the timings of that day. What happened on that day? From there, the main line of questioning would be that why Giribala Singh did not inform the police on the time when Twisha's death was confirmed. Yes, before moving ahead, I want you to look at some pictures. The Twisha's mother-in-law is not being taken to AIIMS. The convoy is heading towards CBI regional office in Bhopal, near the Bitin market here in Bhopal. So this convoy is heading directly towards the CBI office. She has not been taken for medical examination right now. So this is a major and biggest update. You can see the exclusive footage. Coming back to the line of questioning, would be from what happened on that day when she got to know about Twisha not with Samar Singh, and also from the claims which has been made by Samarth about she being.
Prakhar, stay with us. Prakhar, stay with us for just a second, and I want you to tell your cameraman to keep these visuals on our screen as well, because we are tracking Newsx is of course tracking Giribala Singh's convoy. These are exclusive visuals of the car in which Giribala Singh is right now after that arrest has been made. We're getting you these exclusive visuals, of course. We're going to keep telling you where the CBI team is taking her. It seems now that they're not going to the hospital for a medical checkup just yet, but they're taking her to the CBI headquarters, and we're, of course, going to keep getting our viewers those visuals. But Manav Sharma, cousin of Twisha, also with us now on the broadcast. Manav, your first comment. Let me also bring you in here. This is big breaking news coming out of Bhopal. CBI is now formally arrested Giribala Singh after, of course, there have been raids on at her residence since the morning today. How do you view this development? What is your first reaction as a family member of Twisha?
Well, I'd like to say that this is something that has been long overdue, and the best thing that we hope for and that we wanted and something that we're getting now is a fair and clear investigation. And as you can see with the news developments that have been coming out in the past few days, inclusive of the second post-mortem and the CBI's arrest and all the interrogations that they've been doing, and also inclusive of today, it's been really positive news, and we've really started to get to the bottom of this as we've hoped for.
Yes, and do you believe that this is something that should have happened sooner? This is something that should have happened sooner. Do you believe her custodial interrogation was needed according to you?
Yes, absolutely, yes. Honestly speaking, there would be the amount of hurdles that we've had to face would have been supremely limited if this was done earlier, if she was into custodial interrogation already. But alas, it's taken a while to get here, with all the media outrage and the amount of work that we've had to put into this, which we shouldn't be in the first place, as citizens with fair rights. But here we are, and we can't change what's happened in the past. We can only continue and work on the future as we have been, and we just hope for more clarity and for us to get justice.
Does this make you feel now that the investigation is headed in the right direction?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Now, of course, we're going to let the experts do their job, and of course, the CBI and the investigating agencies are the most competent, of course, and they are tracking every single move. They're going to be looking at the evidence, the testimonies, and now, of course, also custodially interrogate her after also interrogating Samaj Singh. Perhaps there will be a joint interrogation. The two will be confronted with each other as well. But what questions would you want to ask? Or do you believe Giribala Singh must be asked?
Well, honestly speaking, everything that needs to be asked in an interrogative sense in regards to the case, I trust the CBI to do so with full faith. And I do understand with their intervention that this is something that is going to be yielding a positive outcome for us, the way we believe it. At the end of the day, the law comes down to everything that is on paper. That is what we need to get out of them. And what I can ask her as Twisha's brother is, how can someone who is apparently so educated be so bigoted at the same time and do something so heinous and at the same time have no shame or dignity for it whatsoever?
Okay, okay. Just stay with us for a second. Okay, I think the convoy, it seems, has stopped there. Okay, I'll come back to our reporter in just a second, Prakhar. A quick follow-up question for you, Manav. Also on, the claim made yesterday that somewhere that even in the wedding that there were delays. The Bharat came late. They were not happy with the arrangements there. Vidai ke samay, there was some money asked for as well from your family. What can you tell us about that?
Comment on, because even during the wedding and presently as well, this is not my area of focus. So this is not something for me to honestly comment on.
No, because it also shows that, there were demands being made from Twisha's family from then itself. Is that correct?
Well, honestly speaking, from whatever news that has come out now and whatever information we're putting forth, the only thing that is absolutely certain is that these people are incredibly bigoted and, in a sense, backward. To subject somebody to this kind of torture and humiliation, even before they have passed, let alone after they have passed, it is genuinely appalling.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Now, Manav, also, of course, as we see these visuals continuously on our screens, of course, and of course, what I have to quickly ask you about what your first reaction was when you got that news last night that her anticipatory bail has been cancelled. We spoke to you in the evening yesterday when we didn't know the order. The hearing had happened, the order had been reserved. What was your first reaction last night when you got to know that the anticipatory bail was cancelled?
Well, to be honest, it was quite a sleepless night after that, because to get any kind of positivity and any kind of hope during such an arduous period of time, going through all of this, seeing all your family members go through this, it's really encouraging, and it just makes us want to fight back harder.
IPS officer, she's live with us. Nirmal Kaur, first breaking reaction coming in, breaking visuals, of course, coming in of Giribala Singh's arrest. We were speaking with you yesterday. What do you make of this arrest now, and the fact that, of course, after the anticipatory bail was cancelled last night, the CBI has decided to make this arrest today itself? How do you view this development, Nirmal Kaur? And what happens now next? Ms. Kaur, are you able to hear me? Okay, I think we have lost that connection. Let's please try and get our guests back as well now, our other guests. And of course, even as we continue to get our viewers this big story of the CBI team, of course, now leaving from Giribala Singh's residence. Okay, Nirmal Kaur, I think, is back with us now. Madam, your first comment on this development. Is this what you were expecting as well after the cancellation of anticipatory bail last night? that she was going to be arrested today. That has now finally happened.
Yes, definitely. The way the hearing went in the court yesterday, there were very, very strong, high chances that bail is going to be cancelled, anticipatory bail is going to be cancelled. And accordingly, I mean, where everyone, every law-abiding citizen as they wanted, the bail order cancelling, the High Court order cancelling the bail was put up somewhere at around midnight on the website. And then law could take its own course. CBI arrived there and CBI did whatever they had to do, like crime scene reconstruction or, questioning her. And after finding her preliminary answer not satisfactory, they have arrested her. They must have handed her an arrest warrant or whatever, arrest memo, arrest papers must have been given. And she has been arrested, and now, as we see on the television, she's been taken into custody and she's being taken away from her home. So that is in a way that we could say that the whole country stands vindicated in the sense that this is what was required, because she got bail when FIR was almost no questioning, no nothing. No, she has to account for nothing. A young girl has died in her own house, her own daughter-in-law, and she's going around managing and controlling the thing as if this was her own courtroom. No, dear, you are an accused here. You're not deciding the fate of accused in your courtroom. So once you're an accused, and you better come clean, because you are a law enforcement officer of a very, very high, you're a judicial officer, very, very high judicial officer. District and sessions judge can, take lives if they want. And after that, she did not behave like a judicial officer. Her main concern was perhaps protecting her son and she herself. And now, many things have come out. Many things have come out after the public outrage. And, media has played a very, very good role. Media in this case, though the Supreme Court has said that media should not have done it, but I can definitely, I'm very sure, and so is every citizen of the country, that had media not taken it up at this scale, she would have been fully able to manage. Because Trisha's family is not, it's
But
asymmetry of
that
power.
is
They're not as powerful.
that is what they are wary about as well. Mohit, are you wary about that? So beg your pardon, Manav, are you wary about that possibly at the start, the investigation was not as effective as it perhaps could have been, and that somewhere could skew the case. Are you wary about that, or are you hopeful that that will not be the case here? Also, the second post-mortem happened quite late. Will it still have the same amount of bearing as the first? Because now remember, all of this is going to have to go to a trial and court.
We were honestly wary about it since the start, since day one, since the day I landed in Bhopal, since the day everyone landed in Bhopal. And what we understood is that we are fighting the law against lawyers. We are fighting the law against people who understand the law down to the T. And to have someone against you who thinks that they're above the law, who is using everybody in their power and influence to, to get you to suppress all of this, and to expect you to just perform her final rites the day we land in Bhopal out of just pressure. I don't think she understands what kind of people she is dealing with, and that she has finally understood that she is not above the law. Her being an ex-judge does not put her above anybody. Something heinous has happened in her home.
Yes.
She is an accomplice to a crime.
What happens
And
next,
I
Nirmal
think
Kaur?
that,
Nirmal Kaur, what happens next? She's going to be probably taken to the CBI office first. Then there's going to be a medical examination. When will she be produced before the court? What happens next, Nirmalji? You know the procedure very well.
She has to be produced in front of a magistrate soon. It cannot be done tonight, because I think it will be done within 24 hours. She has to be produced, and they will ask for CBI custody to be able to question her thoroughly, and also to expose the loopholes in her story, and where there are gaps, to fill them up. They must have taken measurements. They must have reconstructed the scene of crime, and many aberrations must have come up. She will need to explain all those aberrations, and also the story being put forth by the son, who had earlier surrendered, Samarth Singh, and the mother. Wherever there are variations, aberrations in that story, they will be confronted. The evidence is going to be confronted. They are going to be confronted that here is where your evidence doesn't match, your story doesn't match, your sequence of events doesn't match. So that is going to be, and that is hopefully, because they are very, very trained people, but hopefully that will break them and they'll come out with the truth. As of now, it seems that no one knows the truth as to what happened to poor Twisha in those last 1 hour or half an hour of her life. She was hale and hearty. She was going to a spa. Then she was talking to her parents. I mean, she was a perfectly normal, okay mood, And suddenly something happened, and as the story goes, the parents heard him shouting in the background. Then there are all these unexplained hurts on her body, the wound marks, on her wrist, very vicious looking. The cuts on her body. How have they happened? They're all antemortem. That means either she was being, and all those heart blunt, injuries which are there. Maybe she was being beaten up, or her hands were tied with the same very belt, that belt they are saying which was not even given, to which she's hung. And they're clear case sign of garroting, on the neck. So I'm sure the experts, we are only seeing the body or the wounds on the TV. The experts who have actually seen, but I wish, initial time was not lost, crime scene was not tampered with, and also the post-mortem in the first instance had done justice to the truth. It took the family all hell and the whole nation's prayers. So after 12 days, her second post-mortem was conducted, which did throw out many things which had not come out in the first. And there's also that the first one she managed, and with the doctors she knew and her own sister there, Rajbala Singh or whatever her name is, that, these are the kind of things, that there's a whole lot of, she was tweaking, she was managing the whole scenario, that the story should be as she wants it, and the truth should not come out. The story should be to defend themselves, to get them out of this mess. If it is a murder, to minimize it, even if it
What is then
justified.
likely to be the line of questioning now, Nirmal Kaur? Very, very quickly. We have to take a break after that. Nirmal ji, the line of questioning, what do you expect from the CBI now?
What happened? What is there? And I hopefully, if they're truthful people, they may break down and confess to the whole thing, that how it happened. It all depends on the smartness of the interrogator, and also the kind of arrogance they showed, which that they are not, they don't owe any explanation to anyone. Hopefully, that mentality would have changed with the High Court order and the CBI arrest, and they do owe all the explanations as to the death to the police, to the society at large, to the judiciary, and hopefully we'll have a good airtight case of, we'll prosecute it well, and very soon we'll see that the guilty are punished. That is what we are keeping our fingers crossed. So, in our country, the way the criminal justice system works, it's okay.
Yes.
Like, even to get this far has taken so
Absolutely.
much of effort.
Okay, we're going to be tracking this story continuously. We've run out of time. My thanks to our guests for joining us on the broadcast and our reporter earlier as well. Let's take a short break.